Hey guys, I'm here. Sorry I'm a little behind on the time, but I was really trying to help my son with something. You guys know my son, he plays the guitar. Hey, Tits. Just give everybody a chance to come in here. Every time I think about you, I can't stop. Every time I think I'm about to take you to the top. Hey! So I was trying to help my son with his guitar thing. He's in his room recording. Yeah, right? My voice even smoother now. So you got to get some updated footage on me singing. So I'm trying to give even the people here in Blab World some time to actually get on in, and then I'm gonna start recording and all that other wonderful stuff. Hey, I got my scopers on. Hi Periscope. Hi Facebook Live. Hi Blab. How's everybody doing today? How you guys feeling? I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me. Thank you guys for coming back. That powwow we had earlier, that really lifted me up. I felt real good, you know, sharing my world, my story with you guys and all that other stuff. Hey guys. Now it's time for you to rise, 'cause it's your time. Hey, Miss Reese, that's my girl. Hey, girl. Well, I'm glad you guys are able to tune in. I'm just going to give maybe about 2 more minutes for everyone to log in, and then we're going to get started. And I said, I know you guys are used to me having to turn up music. But tonight is serious. And I want you guys to really take heed, because make sure you guys have a pen and a notebook so that you guys can take some notes, because there's going to be some important stuff that I'm going to share with you guys. And so it's important that you guys take notes so that you can I'm trying to share this. Oh, by the way, guys, please share it. Please share the live. Let me see if I can go on here and share it. So I'm not going to take too long, though, with this, because I know usually we chop it up for about a good 15 minutes. But I really kind of want to just get to the point with it. So I'm not going to, lollygag too much with you guys today. We're just going to kind of, hop right in. And my forehead look mad shiny on this thing. Oh, Jesus. But how y'all feeling? Hey, Rich. Thank you. Welcome back, boo. Yeah. Oh. I love music. Y'all know that music is my first love. So when I hear music, I just sing because I can. Now is the time for you to rise. It's your time. I said I'm turning on that light bulb that's in you tonight. Ooh, I want to see you do your thing. I want to see you rise again. Hey, boo. Thank you, Rich. I'm just So let me see who's over here in Blab World, and then we gonna I'm just gonna, hey Blab World, hi guys. So I was glad that somebody, so just so everyone know, if it looks like you don't have my full attention, you do. It's just that I'm periscoping, Facebook living, and I'm blabbing at the same time. So I'm really on some multitask stuff right now. So 5 keys to a healthy, wealthy, money mindset. Guys, please share for me. Alright, and I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, you know. Like I said, we're gonna keep the music on a a decent vibe tonight. I'm sorry guys, one of my phone is dying. You would think that I would have charged it, right? I thought it was. So I don't know, Periscope, you might lose me. So if you lose me, Periscope, just hop on Facebook so that you can be on Facebook Live, okay? Or either hop on Blab. Just click the link. On my Facebook page or on my Twitter page or whatever, and then that will allow you to actually continue on with the process. So I don't know, you guys might lose me, but I do the best that I can while I can, because I really don't have time to start looking for no charges. All right. So how you guys feeling tonight? Are you guys excited to get this wisdom? I'm excited for you all. Woo! All right. All right, so first let me introduce myself to those people who don't know who I am. My name is Takiyah Diamond. I am a personal development author. I am a money mindset mastermind coach. I am also a life transformation speaker, and I also do empowerment, women empowerment. I also mentor at correctional facilities, halfway houses, people who are actually ready to be released from prison that kind of need direction as to what they're going to do next, you know, where their life is headed, what's going to happen for them now, that they get ready to come home. Because most of the time when people are in that situation, they haven't really had a whole lot of guidance while they were incarcerated, and because they haven't had that much guidance, they kind of come out and end up going right back in. So that's where I come in at, and I assist them with planning, you know, something different for their lives. And honestly, I encourage entrepreneurship, because it's always best to be able to be your own boss. It's cool to be able to work for other people, you know, until you can actually accumulate the funds that you need to be able to open up something for yourself. I mean, some people are designed to work for other people for the rest of their life, but in each and every one of us, there is an emerging entrepreneur that, you know, has to stand out. There's a gift that you have. We all have gifts. We all have talents. And all of these gifts and talents that we have, if you guys are familiar with the Word of God, it says your gift will make way for you to be seen and known in front of important people. It is the way to your financial freedom. It is the way to your abundance. It is the way that you are able to actually, you know, become a part of that oneness and that all, that isness of who you already are, you know? So, me as a mindset coach, what I do is, technically, I usually help spiritual entrepreneurs, people who are already on the path, somewhat already awakened in their mindset and kind of knowing that something different is transpiring in their life. And how do you notice that you're actually awakening? How do you notice that you're actually changing? Is because things around you start to change. You start to lose friends. You no longer want to argue with family, and places that you used to go hang out at all the time don't interest you anymore. You don't want to go to those places anymore. Some of the bad habits that you may have had, whether it be smoking, drinking, whatever it may be, you just kind of no longer have a desire for those things anymore. And so that's how you know that you're actually awakening into a higher being. So Periscope, you guys are about to lose me because I see this thing is telling me that I have like 2%. So I'm going to recommend that you go to Facebook Live and get this. Hey, Dr. Love Jones. Dr. Love Jones, I'm going to ask that you hop out of Periscope because the battery is about to die, and just hop on Facebook Live or either hop into Blab so that you'll be able to see me, because this is going to die soon and I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. So I'll let it run, but it's probably going to die. So my suggestion to anybody that's scoping with me right now, please hop over to Facebook Live. I'm really sorry. I thought my phone was charging and it wasn't. So there's nothing I could do. The show must go on. So anyway, so I help spiritual entrepreneurs who are actually, pretty much already on the path in the process of awakening, who struggle with confidence, manifesting financial abundance. Those people who actually battle with self-motivation and they feel a bit stuck in their clarity with their goal setting and client attraction and things like that, is where I come in at and just kind of show you the way, open up the path a little bit bigger for you so that you can actually walk through in the direction of your dreams so that you can accomplish your dreams. I create accountability plans for you so that you can actually have a plan, because as you know, if you don't have a plan, you can pretty much plan to fail. And for those of you who have been participating in our allowance game this week, if anybody knows that, you guys know that very, very well, because that has been our whole thing all week long, okay? That you have to plan for what it is that you want. If you don't plan for what you want, then either it's not going to happen because you're going to lose the motivation, or something may happen but it won't last. You'll end up losing it, because you're not wired to keep it. So most of the time my clients come to me feeling overwhelmed that whatever processes that they have tried when it comes to manifesting financial abundance and just kind of seeing their life different, they haven't been able to figure out why they don't see anything changing, But by the time that they're finished with me, they actually have clarity on the next steps that they need to take in order to accomplish their goals. Their confidence actually rises, and they actually begin to obtain a positive mindset, which is needed, obviously, to easily attract their ideal clients or manifest that goal that they actually want to achieve. And they are basically assured that they are going to create limitless financial abundance doing what it is that they love. So that's enough about me. So now I have to ask, are you having a challenging time with achieving your financial goals? And if you are, it's fine. It's no worries. I can promise you, you are not alone. You're not alone. I've been there, and it's actually how I became a money mindset coach. And how I became a money mindset coach was learning all the tools that it took to actually get my butt out of that financial rut that I was in, So for you guys who are on live, I just want you to know, if you see my face turned this way, it's because I'm actually doing this live on Blab, live on Periscope, and on Facebook Live at the same time. So I only got 2 eyeballs, and unfortunately I can't go like that. So that's the reason why, I'm faced this way, because I got to face the Blab camera. So in any case, I want to tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the end of the world, okay? There are times when those challenges still show up for me. Financial challenges, they still show up. And when they do show up, this time, because my mindset is wired differently, I'm actually more in tune, and I'm actually more aware. I'm aware now that there's something that's going on in me that is not allowing me to be lined up in the receiving mode or actually continuing to be in the flow of receiving financial abundance. And then I had to kind of check myself and see what's going on. So, if you're running into like relationship issues or family issues or job issues or anything like that, that can affect your focus of actually creating financial abundance, because now your energy is just kind of like all over the place. And so if you're all over the place, you can't really focus on what it is that you really want to do or what it is that you're trying to manifest, because you're just like all over the place. Hey Javon, hey Kathy, thank you so much, Rich. Thank you guys. Yes. So so as I was saying, I know that obviously it's something in me that I have to check myself to just kind of see, where it is what is it that's actually causing me to be stuck. So let me start by saying that he who can perceive it and believe it can achieve it. And that is the key to receiving unlimited wealth. This is not only the case when it comes to wealth, though. This is also the case when it comes to being debt-free, wanting a new car, anything else that you want to do, or anything else that you might have a burning desire for. So you might ask, what is a burning desire? Burning desire is something that you want so bad that you would do almost anything for, anything to obtain it. So I want you to think back, like when you were a kid and you wanted something. When you were a kid and you wanted something and daddy told you no, what did you do? You went to mommy and you was like, mommy or grandma or somebody help me, right? Exactly, Rich. And that's what we did. We did whatever we could to go out with our friends or whatever it was. We manipulated whoever until somebody gave us that yes, and we never told them that, oh, daddy said no or mommy said no. We just got that yes and we ran with it, and that was just it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's the same thing that when you have a burning desire to actually create wealth in your life, you are willing to do whatever it takes in order to be able to accumulate that wealth. You do the studying that you need to do. You do the mindset work that you need to do. You make the changes that you need to make in order for you to actually begin to see that financial abundance show up in your life. So if you truly desire wealth, and you can actually perceive and believe that wealth can be yours, then you're actually halfway through the battle. It's halfway won. If you can believe it, you're already halfway there. Hey, James. Yeah, so you're already halfway there if you can actually perceive that wealth and affluence and believe that it can be yours. Your subconscious mind will create ways for you to obtain it. So again, I know some people are just hopping in. If you guys see my face like this straight ahead, is because I'm actually blabbing this way and scoping and Facebook living this way. So I'm trying to like multitask here. Try task. Hey James. I'm trying to like try social media. So I want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you or I'm not paying you attention, but I do gotta kind of pay attention to my blab camera, which is in front of me. Okay. So, and then blab, I'm sorry for you guys too, because I kind of gotta give the people to my left my attention as well. So I hope you guys understand. So on tonight's live, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share with you 5 keys to a healthy, wealthy mindset. So just like maintaining a healthy body, maintaining a healthy, wealthy lifestyle also takes some mental dieting to keep your finances in alignment, especially once you attract them. So on this blabinar, I gave it that name. I don't know if that's really a such name or whatever, but on this blabinar, there are nutrients that you must feed your mindset with if you want to see a shift in your financial abundance. So the first question that I have to ask everyone is, why do you want money? What do you think is the reason why you want money? Just type it in the chat for me as to why do you want money? Nobody's answering me. Tell me, why do you want money? Don't be afraid. All right, because some people just don't want to be wrong. So it's okay if you don't feel comfortable with telling you. But I want to know, why do you want money? Tell me, why do you want money? I can give you a few hints. So you want that new house. You want that new car. And you want these things because what? Because they make you feel what? You want to feel good. So when you have your own home and you're driving your own vehicle and you can go wherever you want to go freely, it makes you feel good. So that is the reason why we actually want money. But most people have to understand that it's not really the money itself that you want, but it's actually the things that you can do or the things that you can actually get with the money that actually support what your heart desires to buy or to purchase or to maybe a vacation, whatever. It's the money is going to provide you a means to the end of you actually doing whatever it is that you want to do or that you need to do. So now that we've established that part as far as why you really want money, let's move on. So I really want us to face our fears in how we actually end up in these money problems and how we end up in these money situations. And I asked, what do you believe is the reason why money seems to be an issue for so many people in society today? He says, I don't want money, I need money. No, money needs you, and money wants you because money wants to be used by you. And you're going to understand the principle of that as we go through the rest of the webinar. To start my business and become self-sufficient. Exactly. Fear what? Fear what? Oh, you said that's a fear is one of the issues that, but fear of what? What is it that they're afraid of? Tell me, what do you believe that it is that they're afraid of as far as why money is an issue? And you guys too on Blab, tell me, why do you think that money seems to be an issue for many people? So no matter what it is, even if you say fear, right? That could be so true for so many people. But then you got to ask yourself, why is the remaining people in the world who are wealthy don't have money problems, don't have these type of problems? They got problems, but they got other type of problems, and money is not one of the problems that they have. Hey Will, thank you baby for tuning in, coming through live. I'm sorry, I know Periscope has some issues, but that's okay. Thank you for hopping on over into the live. So why is it that the remaining people in the world who are wealthy don't have money problems? And I can tell you the answer to that is because they don't have money issues because their mindset is actually wired for prosperity. And those who suffer with poor wealth health mindsets are actually wired for poverty and struggle. But this is to no fault of your own. This is to no fault of majority of the people in societies. It's not their fault. It's just that you've been taught this way of thinking. Whether this way of thinking has been taught to you from your parents, from media, whether, you watched a movie that, when you think about it, a lot of the movies that come on television and that we see, everything is drama driven. So it's like, if there's not, hey Chef Shaka, hey Will. So yes, so a lot of those movies and stuff that we actually watch, they're pain driven. They're designed to actually feed the pain body, which is a whole nother topic that we will have to go in after we go a lot deeper. So I'm taking you guys on a journey here. I got to start you here, and then I can take you there to help you understand a whole lot of stuff that's going on in your body as well. So in any case, these movies and these things on the television and media and all this other stuff, music videos and all these things actually constantly remind you of what you don't have. Or if you're a minority, then they're usually reminding you of how you were a slave, how you were beaten, and all these things that make you appear less superior to anyone who is already wealthy, who may have been actually born into wealth. But it's like, truth be told, the objective is to actually keep us stuck in a mindset in time that doesn't even exist anymore. So if they can actually keep you trapped into this mindset, they can actually keep you in poverty. And I'm not going to get into all of that stuff because, focusing on that only gives that aspect of the people who are in so-called power more power. So I'm just going to say that, the whole objective is to kind of keep you, in this lower state of consciousness so that you don't really know who you are. You are not able to discover your power and know what you're capable of. So if you don't know what you're capable of, you continue to remain in this mindset, you continue to stay in this state of consciousness, and then you can't evolve, but that's okay. We're gonna get out of that. And what I want to do is I want to share with you 3 things that actually affect your wealth health. So the first thing is affinity. What is affinity? So affinity is actually the feeling for or the lack of emotions that you feel that actually cause you to either want to get closer to someone or something, or that causes you to want to run away from someone or something. So tonight we're actually talking about that feeling that you have when it comes to money. So I want you to ask yourself, where did that emotional response that you get when it comes to money and when you think about money, where did that emotional response come from? Was that something that you always had? No. You didn't come out your mother's womb feeling emotional when it came to financial abundance. You were actually taught to feel this way. So maybe it was something that maybe when you were small, maybe you asked your mom or your dad for money, or you wanted to go to the movies or something, and they was like, no, I don't have it. Stop asking me for money. I don't got no money. And that created an emotional thing within you that put a deep-rooted belief that if you ask for money, you're going to get yelled at, or you're going to be ridiculed for asking for money. And your objective was you just wanted to go out and have fun with your friends. You didn't think of it as being an issue. But based on however your parents' wealth mindset was, or whatever their financial status was as they were growing up, and then as you were growing up, they passed that down to you. So originally you didn't have that, but once these different things started happening to you in your life as you were growing up, then you adopted these beliefs that I can't ask for money. Money is not right for me to ask for. My mother told me money don't grow on trees. My mother told me that money is bad. All these different beliefs that they actually have out there that actually make us believe that it's not right to have money, or if you have money, then money is the root to all evil, and just all these other, things that make you feel that you're not worthy of financial abundance, that you're not worthy of financial prosperity, which is not true. You were born already wealthy. Financial wealth and abundance is your birthright. You came here with that, but you were trained to go away from your financial prosperity. Okay? So when that happened to you, it created what's called an engram in your mind, right? So the reactive mind actually plays that same feeling back to you every time you think about money. Every time you think about something that you want to buy or something that you want to do, you kind of go back to that memory of what it felt like. Even if you don't hear those words coming out of your mother mouth or anybody else's mouth, it still reunites you with that emotion of what you felt when that took place in your life as a child. So everything that we experience every day is actually being recorded in the brain. It acts much like a computer. So you know how like the computer, the hard drive is downloading information, and when we hear negative things about money, it basically becomes a virus. Just like in the computer hard drive, when some type of program, or I forget those little things that they call it or whatever, but it picks these things up, and now your computer has a virus. So what happens is when you're trying to use one app or whatever the case may be, it's either moving slow or it crashes. Why does it crash? Because it's filled with all these negative beliefs as far as your money mindset, but the computer is filled with all of these viruses that came from these background programs that were running that actually created a problem with your computer. And that's what's happening with your mind. So, Will, you said, where did your emotional response to money come from? I don't know. That's something. Oh, thank you, Rich. Yes, affinity. We guys take notes. Yes. Oh, I get you, Will. You're taking notes. Thank you so much for being my admin through this. I appreciate that because I need you. So as you hear me go through things, please go ahead and type it to reiterate it. I hope you guys got your pens and your pads out. I need you to take notes because you guys need this information. Even though it's going to be on playback, I want you to be able to have access to this to go back whenever you're feeling some kind of way, that you could go back and be like, you know what? I remember Takiyah told me about this. Told me about feeling this emotion. All right, so I don't want to drag that out. Let me just go ahead and move on to the next part. So, these viruses of words that were actually spoken to us from our parents, from media, whatever the case may be, it is what is making us financially sick. And this is the reason why it's important, in order for you to become wealthy, you have to learn healthy thinking habits that are going to help you create that wealth, and not only help you create that wealth, but help you keep that wealth. It's not to say things won't show up, that, you won't be financially challenged sometimes, but when you get there, you're going to know inside of you how you feel that something is off. And when you recognize that something is off, you have an opportunity to fix it. So you don't have to stay in that place emotionally. Recognize it for what it is. Wow, I'm experiencing this thing because obviously something took place, in my life that is being triggered right now. And you just change it because you have the power to change it. Like right now, I could tell you, I'm going to show you how you can control and change your thoughts at any time, right? So, technically speaking, right? Have you ever seen a purple elephant? You never in the physical seen a purple elephant, but the moment that I just told you, think about a purple elephant, you just saw a purple elephant in your mind. You just made that vision come to life, right? And that is the same way that it works, like when we're having these, when I say that you can actually change your thoughts at any time. So when you start to feel that thought and that belief or whatever it is that you might be experiencing at that time of, I don't have the money for this, you can remind yourself by speaking positive over your life and say, I am financially abundant. Everything is working out for me just the way that it should. Financial prosperity is showing up for me now. And it may sound impractical at first, but I promise you, the more that you do it, you're going to begin to feed your subconscious mind healthy thinking patterns, healthy thoughts. So when those other ones come in, it's like right now, you got all of us at either you still got them or you still working on trying to get rid of them. We have so many negative thinking patterns and beliefs when it comes to money that when you try to think positive, the negative outweighs the positive. So it's hard for it's challenging for your subconscious mind to believe it and make it become real to the subconscious, because for so long you've been saying the opposite and it has adopted the belief of the opposite. So now when you try to tell it something else, it's like, what is he talking about? What is she talking about? I'm not believing that. But once you start consistently feeding that and you start saying, I am wealthy. More money is coming to me now. More and more money is showing up for me every single day. Things are changing for me. Opportunities are coming my way. And you start speaking like that each and every day. What's going to happen is those negative beliefs are going to start to decrease and the positive ones are going to emerge. So when you step into a negative thought that tries to come in, the same thing's going to happen. The positive subconscious mind is going to be like, what is he talking about? What is she talking about? I don't think like that anymore. And because you don't think like that anymore, the positive thoughts are going to overpower the negative ones. And then you're going to become in harmony with your financial prosperity and the abundance that you're seeking to attract into your life. So technically, your beliefs about money are actually why you see money the way that you do. So if you had a different belief about money, then the way that you see things about money would obviously be different. So you probably heard the term limiting belief, and I'm just going to define that for you real quick. So a limiting belief is actually something that is true to you because you believe it to be true. So this is also known, step 2, write this down. Oh, he said I need my own radio show. I have one, but yeah, I can definitely also do that too, Zay. That's no problem. Okay, so let me hop back in. I don't want to lose focus. God, where was I? I was talking about limiting beliefs, right, guys? Okay. All right, so a limiting belief is something that you believe to be true for you, right? Which is number 2. Write that down, Will, for me. Reality. So this is the second thing that determines your healthy, wealthy money mindset. Okay? So the question becomes, what is your reality when it comes to money? So I'll give you an example. If you think that the Giants are the best football team, and don't kill me for saying Giants, whatever, look. So if you think that the Giants are the best football team that ever played, right? And you met someone else that thinks the same thing, that the Giants are the best team that ever played, you and that person both share the same reality because that's what you both believe to be true about the Giants. But then if someone else shows up that feels that the Jets are the best, sorry, don't beat me up. The Steelers, okay. Okay, so whatever. So if someone else thinks that the Jets are the best or the Steelers are the best, that's their reality. Like Rich, the Steelers being the best, that's your reality, right? So truthfully, it's an opinion, but it's actually true for you. Hey, Shakim. Okay. All right. So yeah. So actually, it becomes true for you that the Steelers are the best or the Giants are the best. So whatever it is that you believe to be true is true for you. That's your reality. Okay. So the same thing is true when it comes to money. What is the reality that you're sticking to when it comes to money? What is it that you're believing? You know, what is it that you're holding on? Are you believing that money is hard to get? Money is hard to come by? Are you believing what your mother said when you asked her for money when you was a child and she said money don't grow on trees? When she said stop asking me for money, I don't got no money. Whatever she said and however she said it. You understand what I'm saying? So that belief was your mother's belief or your grandmother's belief or your father's belief. That was theirs. And what happened is you end up adopting somebody else's truth. Somebody else's reality is now downloaded into your subconscious mind. Now it becomes your truth which it was never your truth from the beginning. It was given to you and you adopted it and you took on the responsibility of believing this to be true. And that's how it ends up becoming your truth in your financial situation, to where you start seeing your money being funny. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that's basically why it appears that way. And honestly, it's not going anywhere until you change your mindset, therefore changing your reality about money. So until you change that, nothing's going to change. We got to get rid of those limiting beliefs, which I'm going to actually do a little exercise with you guys as we go through the webinar or whatever, so that you can understand a way to help you identify the limiting beliefs that you do have, not only when it comes to money, but just with anything in your life. Some people don't believe that they could be successful. If you don't believe that you could be successful because everybody else is successful except you, or whatever you've adopted, maybe your teachers told you that you weren't good enough to be in the band, or that you don't sing good enough to be in the choir, whatever it is, then you adopted that belief to be true for you. Was it true for you? No. Look at the dude from American Idol who sounded like crap. That time, she bang. That guy, he knew he couldn't sing, but he believed in his heart that when he got on American Idol, he was going to win. He didn't care about what he sounded like, because to him, he sounded great. To him, he knew that when I go, I'm going to win. And he won. Why? Because his mindset was wired to win. And that's the way that it has to be for us when it comes to financial abundance. Your mindset has to be wired to win. All right, so thing number 3. Write this down, Will. Or somebody write this down in the notes. Peace and love, baby. My heart to yours, boo. My heart to yours. Yes. So number 3 is communication. How do you communicate with money? So I just want to reiterate, in case we got some new people that hopped on. I'm actually on Periscope, Facebook Live, and Blab. So I got to kind of look at the camera that's in front of me, so I'm not ignoring you guys on this side. It's just that I'm kind of like tri-mediating. So I'm trying to give Blab my attention and give my scopers and my livers my attention at the same time. So I'm kind of going back and forth. But I love you guys all the same. I just want to make sure that everybody is able to get this information. All right. Sorry about that. So anyway, communication. How do you communicate with money? The question would be is, like, for instance, like when you hear about money, do you actually get edgy about it? Do you get like this deep feeling in your stomach, or like, oh boy, here I go, I gotta pay for this. Dad, where am I gonna get the money for this, right? And then you just go into that drained emotional state, rather than saying, all right, this unexpected expense came up. What can I do? What has to happen? Who do I need to be? What has to change in order for me to be able to get the money that I need to get my car fixed? Who do I need to call? Where do I need to go? You understand what I'm saying? So if you change your perception about it, then it won't affect you to where you gotta be all drained out about why you don't have the money at that particular time. You're gonna focus on what steps can I take, who can I contact, what can I do to get this money to show up for me so I can get my car repaired, or so that I can purchase studio time, or what ability do I have that I can share with somebody? Like, maybe you mow lawns. You're good at mowing lawns. Maybe you're good at cutting trees. Maybe you're good at babysitting. I don't know. But whatever it is, you have to figure out something that you can do so that you can actually get that money to flow to you. But if you just sit there and you just grovel in the whole thing about, I don't got the money for this, I don't know how I'm gonna get my car fixed, I don't get paid until 2 weeks. So now, if you come out of that state of consciousness and you start looking for ways to actually allow money to show up for you and figuring out what can I do in order to accumulate some money right now, then that will change. Somebody may show up, maybe you do hair, somebody might show up and say that you ain't talked to for a long time, and all of a sudden say, oh, you know what, girl, I'm so glad I got you, I need my hair done, you think you could do my hair for me? Boom, there go $110 if you're doing a sew and weave or whatever. I manifest money like that all the time. If I know I need money for something, I'll be like, all right, let me channel my energy on hair clients coming to me. I channel my energy on hair clients coming to me. Within 24 to 48 hours, my clients, they start calling me. And even if it's ones that I haven't seen in a long time, they end up showing up. And I'm able to do whatever it is that I need to do, whether purchasing my books or booking a venue for a seminar. Hey, Tanya Ray. Hey, Boo. Hey, Kira. Welcome back, Boo Boo. So, you guys know I'm multitasking, so I'm like looking here on Blab and I'm looking to my left on Scope and Live, so I'm not paying you guys attention. I'm just trying to do 3 social media things at one time, okay? All right, so anyway, God, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, you just pretty much got to have to search for ways that you can actually accumulate that wealth. And that's what I do. When I know that I need to do something, I just figure out in my mind, what abilities do I have that I can utilize to actually create some income to come in so that I can do what it is that I got to do. All right. So, when you do get edgy and like bent out of shape, and you start stressing about you not having the money to do whatever it is that you need to do, you got to remember that there is an unlimited abundant supply available at your service, but you have to tap into that part of you that actually creates that wealth. So if you want to see it before your eyes, you got to see it in your mind first. Create an open door for it to show up for you. So the point that I'm making here is that most people have a very distant relationship with money. So we on communication. I don't know if anybody typed that down. If you typed it, write it, or whatever. But step number 3, key number 3, what that affects our financial abundance is communication. How are you communicating with money? What is your relationship with money? So most people have a distant relationship with money. And the truth is that money wants to be used by you. Money is energy. It wants to be used by you. But if you're always complaining about it, then it says, she doesn't want me. He doesn't want me. So why am I going to show up to her? Or why am I going to show up to him when all they do is push me away and complain about why I'm not there? So it's just like being in a bad relationship. If you're not treating your mate right, eventually they're going to go somewhere else and find somebody else that's going to treat them right. Why? Because they're going to feel like you don't want them. It's the same thing with money. You have to have a relationship with money. Yes, Rich, mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, they say mind over matter, but truthfully, it's matter over mind, because we are matter. We are a part of all that is. Every last one of our beings, everything, we are all made of matter. Even our brains are actually particles that is matter, all put together, that created this substance called this physical item called the brain. So a lot of the things that we've been taught is the opposite. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm here. That's why the movement is called Minds Up, because my whole objective is to take your mind up and put you in a higher vibration so that you can see things differently, because the way that we've been seeing things for so long obviously is not working, and that's why we face so many different challenges. All right, so the way that you actually manifest financial abundance into your life is really by choosing to feel good. So if you feel good, most of the time when you feel good, you're in a creative flow. You know what I mean? So people who are creative, people who have ideas, they're not afraid to take risk, and they see what can actually come out of the ideas that they have. So this is how they become wealthy, and this is how they become prosperous, because they don't take their ideas, write it down on a piece of paper, and then put it on the side. They take the idea, they write it down, and they do something with it. And because they do something with it, this is the difference between people who stay in a poverty mindset and people who stay in a prosperous mindset, because they're wired two completely different ways. All right. So I hope you guys got the basic principles of how you actually end up in that state of financial fighting. You know what I mean? Financial sickness, financial illness. Okay. So now I'm going to hop you guys into the 5 keys to a healthy, wealthy money mindset. So let's start taking some action. We talked enough about the problem. Now let's get to some solutions, right? Y'all ready for solutions? I'm ready for solutions. I'm tired of talking about problems. Perfect. All right. So step 1 is to eradicate your limiting beliefs about money. So as I said before, some people get all squirmy at the mention of money. And how many times have you actually heard people say, oh, I'm not doing this for the money, or money isn't everything? Well, the truth is they're not wrong. And the fact is that money itself, it actually has no absolute value. And as I stated earlier, it's the things that money can buy when it's in circulation that makes it valuable. So it can buy material possessions, yet at the same time, if you look at it from a different angle, once you have enough money and you've taken care of all your debts, you got your car, you got your house or whatever, and all that other stuff is going good, and you've gotten enough money to be financially free, it can actually buy you off from having to be in labor all the time, working for other people. So you actually end up working to spend more precious moments with your family, taking vacations. Now you have all this extra money, so you start contributing to charities and doing things that actually benefit people who are less privileged, because you have more than what you need. So now you don't have a reason to stress about money. So because you're not stressing about it, now you're just trying to help someone else. And that's what financial freedom does for you. That's what it does, is it puts you in a place to where you can do more to actually, help other people in some way. And that makes you feel good, right? It makes you feel good when you can help somebody else who's in need, or, and do it freely without having to have this thing in the back of your head about what you had to give to them. So now how are you going to take care of you because you gave your money to them, and blah, blah, blah. So we want to always keep our minds on the actual financial freedom, that the freedom period, forget financial freedom, the freedom period that money can actually offer to us, to where we can have what we want, when it comes to just whatever we want. Just being free. So now on the other end, some people tend to overvalue the importance of money so much that they become slaves to the money. So they love the money, and then they let this passion of love for the money itself cause their downfall. So remember that you can't desire something that you're not in resonance with, okay? It becomes important as heck. It's imperative that before you learn about the steps about a wealthy mindset, a healthy wealthy mindset, that you should start having a conversation with yourself to actually remove the beliefs that have been limiting you when it comes to money. So I'm going to give you this exercise real quick, okay? So you're going to write down the limiting beliefs, right? So for instance, maybe you have a belief that says, I shouldn't earn more money than my husband, or I shouldn't earn more money than my parents. Like, some people actually feel bad that they make more money than their parents or their spouse, or, because we're a woman. Sometimes women feel like that, like, the woman, she might be the breadwinner, and then it doesn't really make the man feel good. You know what I mean? All that stuff. But anyway, that's a belief. Or a belief such as maybe rich people don't care about poor people. That's a limiting belief, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself the power questions to trigger a refreshed view about money, right? So if money isn't an issue at all, what would be the positive things that you can do for your family and your community? So you want to write out the things that you would like to do, which actually ties in closely with your personal values and your personal goals. And then I want you to write out the reasons why you believe that you aren't rich yet. Because these are also limiting beliefs. My objective is to help you identify your limiting beliefs. Do you believe that, you're not rich yet because you can't be rich, or that you didn't grow up in a rich neighborhood, or the people around you never? What is it that you're believing that's actually keeping you in this box? Okay? So then what you want to do is you want to actually tease your original limiting belief to create a new affirmation statement. So let's say the thing that I originally said about my husband, I can't make more money than my husband. So in that case, you're going to create a new affirmation that's going to say, my husband is going to be delighted to know that I'm earning more money than him, because now we'll have more income to go on family trips and do more things with the kids. So it's all perception. It's all in how we see it. How are we visualizing it? What are we seeing about it? What are we thinking about it? Okay? So even the one about rich people, you can change it. You change your perception about it. You create a new affirmation about it. Selfish rich people may not care. It's not all rich people don't care about poor people or broke people, because that's not true. But so you can say selfish rich people may not care about the poor, but I know that I'm not. You know that you're not going to be that way. When you become wealthy, you're not going to be that way. You're not going to be selfish, and you're not going to not care about, people who are less fortunate. If anything, if you have a heart, you're going to kind of become a little bit more compassionate for those people who don't really have what you have. Okay? So the next step you're going to do is you're going to pick the most sensational one that actually feels good to you. After you write out your beliefs, and then you rewrite the affirmation in a positive way, okay? You're going to pick the one that feels really, really good to you. And then you're going to repeat that one every day. So, like I said, the one like with my husband will be delighted that I'm earning more money than him, because now we got more money coming in. Whatever it is that you want to create. I mean, if you guys need help with this, then inbox me or whatever, and then I can try to help you pick out some decent affirmations that are kind of help keep you in the flow. Okay? All right. So 2, you're going to decide that you want to be wealthy. Okay? And you're going to justify why everyone has the right to be wealthy. Okay? You got to justify why. And I say this because everybody has the right to be wealthy. Yet, most of us allow temporary lack of money to eat away at our minds and start driving us crazy, and basically, literally confining us into this vicious cycle of poverty. Okay? So, one of the laws of abundance states that people are poor because they have not yet decided to be rich. This is why I'm saying you have to make a decision. You have to decide that I'm not going to speak negative over my financial life anymore. I am going to speak positive over my life. So you have to start making some shifts, okay? So as long as you manage a conscious decision to become wealthy, and you have the utmost faith that you can achieve that wealth, and you believe it, and you act accordingly to what you believe, and you say yes to getting wealth, and you say it with conviction, like, yes, I've decided to be wealthy. I decided that I'm going to be rich. I decided that financial prosperity is going to follow me wherever I go. Say it with conviction, not when you say your affirmations, I am wealthy. I am money. Money comes to me easy and effortlessly. That's bullcrap. You're not convincing your subconscious mind to do anything to help you. Remember, everything is vibration, guys. Your brain is an actual it's like with the cell phone things. How you call that? The antenna thing or whatever, where it channels out energy to you. Like, for instance, right? Your phone number. When we dial your phone number and your phone rings, it's because your phone is aligned to that vibration, to that particular cell phone tower. And that's the reason why your phone rings when that number. But if I dial one number off of your telephone number and I think I'm going to get you, I'm not going to get you on the phone. Why? Because the vibration of how I can get you is not in alignment. I didn't dial the right number. I'm not on the right frequency in order to get you on the phone. It's the same thing with money. If you are not in vibrational alignment and you're not on the frequency of where financial abundance lives or is, then you won't see it. You got to line up with it in order for you to see that come into fruition. Okay? So deciding to be wealthy only gets you started on the quest. But what sustains you throughout the journey is the why. What is the reason that you want an extra $1 million or whatever it is that you want into your bank account? Why do you want to work your butt off, sacrificing your weekends? Really? You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing your weekends to man your business? No. You know, so where can you seek inspiration if the going gets tough, when you feel disheartened? So you want to find somebody that actually keeps you inspired. I listen to Tony Robbins and Les Brown and Abraham. You know, people who actually keep you inspired to where you can just hop on YouTube, press play, and get that inspiration that you need to uplift you and make you feel good, you know, to give you that empowerment, that encouragement again. So I'm sharing this with you because truthfully, it's all in the why. Okay? It's all in the why. So if you don't have a burning desire supporting your decision to be wealthy, that's going to assist you with obtaining that wealth, then you're going to actually find out that you're going to lack motivation in doing it. And it's going to happen a lot sooner than later. And you're going to be really upset that, you know, maybe for a while you were able to, you know, accumulate financial wealth, but then shortly after that, I'm sorry, my battery's dying in this one too. All right, so you know, give me a second. Let me see if I can find a charger because I don't want to lose you guys. We only got about maybe like 2 more steps to go, and I would hate to actually lose you guys. So just give me a second so I can find the charger and I can plug this phone up to the charger. Hold on. Sit tight. Thank you for your patience. All right, let's see how this goes. Now I actually need this other light because now it's made me dim. All right, I'm back. Okay, thank you. Oh God, I'm so hot now. All right, so we're almost done. We're coming to a close with this, guys. We got like 2 or 3 more to go, and then you know, we'll be done. Okay, so I think you guys got the last part. Okay, so needless to say, the person who actually resonates with the deepest part of your heart, when it comes to you writing out these new affirmations as to what you do want to see, that is the one you're going to write it on an index card, okay? You're going to write on an index card to remind you of your bottom line, to remind you of why you want to be wealthy, why you want to see something different in your life, why you want things to change, okay? So once you have that burning desire is what is going to drive you. That why is going to be, why you go harder than you're going now, okay? All right, so 3, determine how much you want. All right, now, honestly, how much you want will inadvertently determine the action that you need to set forth in order to reach it. So, for example, let's say if it's $2,000 a month that you're looking for, right? Working in your existing job, maybe that might suffice. But if you're actually trying to accumulate $100,000 per month, and that's what you intend to achieve, then other alternatives such as starting your own business, investing in properties, or working on your skills to get a better paying job may be more effective, okay? So, more importantly, knowing how much you want actually prepares your mind for the potential issues that you might face, and it actually will keep you upbeat. That way, you stay on track because you know that this is what you're working for. So the challenge then becomes, how do you know how much you want? Okay? So, and it's pretty tempting to arbitrarily quote a figure, but this will probably do you more harm than good. So if the amount is much higher, let's say if the amount is much higher than what you really want, then your approach to wealth, it could be a little too drastic, like especially within the time frame that you're trying to get it by. So if you want a certain amount within a month, but it's a high amount that you don't really believe that you can have, then you're going to be creating all of these different resistance that's going to show up. That's going to keep you, out of alignment with actually receiving it. So that's not what you want to do, okay? And then you'll end up burning yourself out, all right? So in the event that the amount is actually lesser than what you need, then you'll probably have to delay your gratification longer than you expect, okay? So then you might have to, see it over a longer period of time. So determining how much you want, it doesn't need to be rocket science. You know what I mean? You don't need to drive yourself crazy about it. You can basically do this by taking into consideration what is the objective for what it is that you want the wealth for and what you want to do, So you want to do like maybe an analysis of the cost that's necessary to sustain it. Let's say your reason is to provide for your family provide your family with a comfortable lifestyle. Then you can include the cost of traveling. You can include the cost of maybe you guys going overseas twice a year. Maybe your kid in college or school or whatever. So you want to continuously review this list. Review the list of costs. And that's what's going to help you ensure that you got it, most of it covered. So if it ends up being, I don't know, let's just say $80,000 for the year, then that's going to be your burning desire. Like, okay, I want to have at least $80,000, not a year, or a year, monthly, whatever, however you want it. I don't want to put a limit and give you my belief. I want you to do what it is that you desire from your heart and what you want, okay? So you're basically just going to continuously review the list, review the cost of what it is that is going to assure you that you got most of it covered. All right? And that was step 3 in order to get past that. Now, step 4, you're going to brainstorm on how to get there. So remember earlier when I was saying that you have to figure out, like when you reach a financial issue, you have to figure out what can I do in order to accumulate this money that I need to get my car fixed. How can I get this money? What has to happen? What do I need to do in order to change my financial situation right now? So as you were brainstorming on reasons and things that you could do in order to change it, then your mind becomes more open to different ideas that help you come in alignment with stuff, people, places, and things that will allow you to achieve that wealth. So I think a lot of people actually think having a wealthy mindset actually involves constantly thinking about getting rich. And that's really only part of the equation, okay? Brainstorming on how to get there is another important element, and that's what actually exposes the mind on the many possibilities of how you can actually get from point A to point B, route 1, 2, 3. When you're planning how to get there, then what happens is the mind actually starts considering the many options, and then it's going to prompt you on when to act on one of these things, when to act on this idea that you have. So maybe you might get a nudge to go visit your cousin at his job, or go do lunch with somebody. And then when you get there, that person says to you, oh, all right, sorry about that. So such and such is looking for someone to mow their lawn. I forgot that you do lawn mowing, right? And then boom, that person's gonna pay you $150. You only need $75 to fix your car. There you go. You got extra money in your pocket. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about when I say how, like, the universe actually yields to you people, places, and things and opportunities that will allow you to get what you want. But you do have to actually be lined up and open to receive. Okay? You gotta be open to receive what it is that you desire. All right? So the last one is number 5. And we talk about this. If you guys are a part of the challenge, the allowance challenge that I have in the Millionaire Ready Minds, in the Millionaire Ready Mastermind group that I have on Facebook, we've been doing a challenge all week. And I'm going to recommend that you go to the group, take a look, and see what it is that we've been doing, what we've been doing, how everyone has been receiving an allowance amount every single day. They get a deposit of money that goes into their to them, whether it's cash, bank account, direct deposit, whatever. And they have to spend the entire balance that day. And their mindset is being wired that more money is coming the next day in a larger amount than you received the day before. So what this does is it allows your subconscious mind to open you up to receive a continuous flow of streams of income flowing to you. Okay? So I would definitely say hop in the game. It's not too late. I think we're on like day 4 or day 5, but I'm actually going to be extending the days for it because it takes 21 days to adopt a new belief. So I think I'm going to just kind of stick with it and, keep going more and more and more so that we can practice more. Okay, so I was getting to that to say, number 5 is imagine as if you already have it. 5 years before John Assaraf actually bought his $1 million mansion, what he did was, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with John Assaraf, but he's from The Secret. He had been visualizing it on his vision board every single day. Jim Carrey, one of Hollywood's most famous comedians, he wrote a check of $10 million to himself for acting services rendered, and he dated it Thanksgiving of 1995. By the time it was 1995, his asking price for the leading role in the movie Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, was actually $20 million. How did he get there? Because he saw himself with this check way in advance, ahead of time, before the check even arrived to him. Okay? So this is why it's important to actually imagine that you have it already. And I think I talked to you guys about this in our allowance challenge that we do at night when we do our visualizations. What you feel, you make real. So whatever you're feeling on the inside of you, whatever you're believing on the inside of you, is only going to be a reflection of what comes outside of you. So you know how sometimes people are very nasty people, they're angry people, or they always got a bad attitude about everything. Why? Because that's what's in them. You go and you say, hi, how you doing? Good morning. And then they're like, good morning. Dang, all I said was good morning. What's in you is love. You're trying to be generous. But what's in them is anger, animosity, regret, whatever it is that they may be going through is what's in them. So when you say hi in a nice way and they come out and they say hey in a rude way, it's because you guys don't have the same thing inside of you. And that's basically it. So I know, and I think I was saying earlier that before you physically acquire the wealth that you envision, you need to live it as if you already possess the amount of money that you desire, okay? Since the subconscious mind is not able to differentiate between actual possession and mere visualization, by imagining that you already have it, you're encouraging your subconscious mind to seek ways to transform your imaginary feelings into the real thing. And this is why I do what I do, because I see the big picture for myself. I'm doing this on Facebook Live now, but I see myself doing this on maybe the Oprah Winfrey Network. I see myself with my own television show, talk show, bringing guests on the show that can help other people with their mindset and stuff like that. I see the big picture. So because I'm doing that, there's no doubt that is going to manifest for me. I'm going to have that. Why am I going to have that? Because I believe I have it already. I believe that it's there for me already. So that's why I'm going to manifest it. But if you think about it, everything around us is a true manifestation of somebody else's imagination. Some people might say, oh, that's wishful thinking. That's not being realistic. No, it's not being realistic. But guess what? The computer that you're on right now was first in somebody's imagination. The cell phone that you're using right now was first in somebody's imagination. The notebook that you're writing on was first in somebody's imagination. Every single thing started in the imagination first, and then it came to life. Okay? So it's a fact that without imagination, of the imagination of these people who actually visualize all these great things, like Thomas Edison, who created the light bulb, we could see in any room because he imagined, what can I create to make a room light up when it's dark? Boom, the light bulb. You understand what I'm saying? It all started in his imagination first. So without these people having these visions, you are the same way. You have the same ability to create and go within yourself and imagine what it is that you want. You have to believe it in order to see it, okay? And then in closing out, Brian Tracy said it best in his statement. He said, all improvement in your life begins in the improvement of your mental pictures. That's because he knows the secret. The same way like the celebrities that you see on television. They know the secret. This is why they become so wealthy. This is why all of their songs, the majority about money. This is why they're throwing money in the air, because they understand that if you see it first, when they first start out, they don't have all that money like that. But in their videos, it looked like they do, right? And then we begin wanting what they have, right? And then what ends up happening is because they do this so much, that money shows up for them. Real simple. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rich. That's good. And I wanted to make you want more, because I don't do this for fun. I do this because I want you guys to want more. So how do you build this imagination? You're going to see everything as a movie. And I can't remember the basketball coach that it was, but this particular coach, he basically, I think he was I can't remember the basketball team. But anyway, he has his team. He's a coach, and he has his team visualize themselves winning the game before they go on the court. And this is how they became the world champions in basketball. What he did was he had them all. You have a clear, the same way I do visualizations with people who I actually mentor. You get a clear picture of how they should play the game, right? And then before actually going on the basketball court, the coach who has his team play the game in their head first, they imagine the ball going on the rim of the basketball hoop, right? Then they see the ball going in the hoop. Then they see the people in the bleachers. Whoa! You got to see it here first. Right, Coach Carter? Yes, Rich, yeah. You got to see it here first. You got to make it real first in your mind. And that's how it becomes real in real life, okay? So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to imagine that maybe you're receiving unexpected checks in the mailbox every day. Every time you go check the mail, say, wow, another check came today. Thank God. You know, whatever it is that you really want to see, you got to see it in your mind first. Or you can picture yourself receiving an award for being an extravagant musician or an artist or author. I see myself as a best-selling author and just traveling all over the world, speaking at seminars all over the world, selling out books all over the world. I see myself doing that. So you know what's going to happen? That is going to become my reality. That is going to become my truth. So until you shift that, nothing will change. You will stay in the same box, in the same limited mindset, in the same mental state until you actually change the mental patterns and change your health, your mental health when it comes to your wealth. So you're going to try this out as a daily exercise. Just do it as much as you can, often. Anytime you start to think about lack, hop into that place of where you already have it, okay? And that's going to help you get rid of more of the negative patterns so that the more positive ones can actually step up and show up, okay? And those are the 5 keys. Those are the 5 keys to having a healthy, wealthy money mindset. And most importantly, out of all things that I don't want to leave out is gratitude. I want you to be thankful for what you have already, but I want you to be even more grateful for what it is that you're receiving. Be even more grateful for what's on its way to you, what's coming to you. Be open to receive what's coming to you. Money wants to be used by you. Money is your friend. Money it wants to do what you want to do with it. So you have to figure out, what do you want to do with your money? How do you want to manifest this money? You know, what are you going to do to make it happen? You understand what I'm saying? So, somebody told me that on Blab that the music, I guess it was a little bit too loud for them and it probably messed it up, but oh well, I can't change it now. Hopefully, sorry, I saw it too late, but anyway, sorry, I guess I have to transfer this over to Blab. It looks like I have a lot of viewers that actually came on, but if they couldn't hear me, I guess I kind of messed that up, but that's okay. Anyway, they can come on Facebook Live and get it, but anyway, so in any case, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you learned a lot from this, and I hope that we can go even, in deeper. Make sure that you become a member on my website. Go to TakiyahDiamond.com and just get my free ebook, 7 Things You Need to Change Your Life. That will put you on my mailing list so that I can actually be able to put you on the newsletters and stuff like that, or any seminars and things like that are coming up. And also, if you want to do more, and you want to really, really evolve with this. I gave you a lot of information tonight, but it takes practice. So I'll be more than happy to have you as a client, to actually do some mindset coaching with you, so we can actually create an accountability plan for you, so that you can actually be able to know clearly in your mind what steps that you need to take in order to actually get, what it is that you need to accomplish. Now, originally, to join my program is actually $4.95 a month, right? But what I'm going to do for the people who were on this webinar tonight, I will create an accountability plan for you at the very, very, very lowest price that I can go, because this does take a lot of my time, $97. So if you are willing to invest in yourself so that you can see something different transpire in your life for a measly $97, I will walk you through some things. We can create an accountability plan for you. And as you see things changing in your life, and you want to actually work more with me, then we can go further and we can establish an actual monthly plan that is reasonable for me to accept and also reasonable for you to be able to go forth so that we can continue to work together. So if that's something you're interested in, then you want to inbox me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to set up a one-on-one session with you for a clarity session for you. You get 15 minutes free. We can kind of figure out what your limiting beliefs are. What is it that you're holding on to that needs to go? And, that's a whole nother wave of dealing with some other stuff outside of the accountability thing that I actually create for you. But we'll talk more about it, when we do the free call, if that's something that you're interested in. So, guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in with me. I hope this helped you loads. Wow. I know. You said this was just for me. Yes, it was just for you and everybody else. So we had a lot of people who actually tuned in today. My blabbers, I want to thank you guys so much for your patience and dealing with me trying to blab and Periscope and live at the same time. It wasn't easy, but we did it. And I want to thank you guys so much. So again, don't forget, guys, go to the website, www.takiyyadiamond.com. Get that free ebook, 7 Things You Need to Change Your Life. Sign up for the mailing list. And please, if you know like I know, take advantage of the cheap accountability plan that I can create for you to get you started. And I'm confident that you're going to see results and you will want to go forward, and you will see that my work is worth every penny. Every penny, as you learn tonight, is going to be worth it, and your mindset will shift. And once your mindset shifts, so will your finances. Have a blessed night. Mind's up. I love you. Deuces. I want you guys to share this. Tell others about it. Let people know this is what we do. This was powerful for you. I want your feedback on it. I want to know how much you enjoyed it. And I want you to let other people know to join the Millionaire Ready Mastermind group so that they can actually become a part of the Millionaire Ready Mastermind Challenge. We do things in there. We do big things in there. And we have a good time in there. So hop in that group, because I don't do everything on my regular wall that I do in that group. And you'll notice that once you go in there. Okay? All right. So bye, guys. From my heart to yours. Mind's up. I love you. Mwah. And before we go, I do want to leave you guys with a turn up song. Right? Because I didn't give you guys the turn up song, and I know you guys are used to me with the hold on. I'm sorry. I know you guys are used to me being high vibe, but I think I was still high vibe today. Right, Rich? I was still high vibe, but I didn't want to get distracted with the club music stuff. Because I didn't want nobody to be distracted. I wanted you guys to really hear what it is that I had to share with you today. You know what I mean? So we're going to close out. We got like 2 minutes before this thing cut us off. And we are going to sing the Money Magnet song. I'm going to go to the group, because you guys can get some affirmations that you can actually download to your phone. Take a picture of it, download the picture, and that way it's going to help you stay afloat every day, okay? Money magnet. Money, 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 money keeps coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money keeps coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money keeps coming to me. Money sets me free. Alright. Money keeps coming to me. This is the type of music you want to listen to. You want to feed your subconscious mind this kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys, I gotta go. I'm out of here. I love y'all. And I see y'all next time. Deuces. Mind's up.